You've been analyzing economic metrics, financial markets for years now. Have you always trusted the numbers from the BLS despite who was in the White House?
Listen, I think to make the claim that these numbers, to quote the president, have been rigged, I think extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And if the president is going to say this, he requires, I think, extraordinary evidence, which I don't think exists. Listen, Bill Beach, that was a great piece of video. By the way, he used to also be at the Heritage Foundation, so he's probably a conservative-leaning person. But let me point out that last night, J.P. Morgan's economics team, and I give them a lot of credit, put out a note on this exact topic. And their concern was not that all the numbers are rigged and government data has been fudged. Their concern were the claims that it has been rigged, undermining confidence, which is, investors count on this, policymakers, business. So it's clear the concern is with the president's charges, not the quality of the data.
Can you trust the data going forward? Will you ever be able to trust the data now that we've had this at least cloud of an accusation that the numbers have been rigged and maybe had been rigged in the past as well?
Well, I think there's, a lot of great people who work at the BLS and other government agencies. I think at minimum here, I mean, it's pretty tough to walk this back and undo the president's claim. At minimum, I think the president's going to have to put in an absolutely unimpeachable person in charge of the BLS. I think that's a start, but you can't undo this claim. I think, as Bill Beach said, it's going to cast a pall on government data going forward. I mean, it's kind of a bad moment.
Now, as we take a look at the data going forward, if you are to put in a position somebody who is going to right this ship allegedly that has been rigged the entire time, what exactly then do Wall Street analysts, economists, what do you folks like you at policy institutes and think tanks, how exactly then do you treat the either politicization or the lack thereof of some of this type of data? Do you believe as though this is going to be something that cannot be walked back because there will be this feeling that the Bureau of Labor Statistics and the data it puts out has now been politicized?
Well, listen, if the White House is really concerned about this issue, one, as I said, you have to put in absolutely like a gold standard person in charge of BLS. And two, you might want to think about, if you think there's some other underlying problem, devote more resources to the BLS, both in personnel and data collection resources. That would be a confidence, I think, building measure. And I think that's kind of where we're at right now. We need to build more confidence. I don't think that that markets and the Fed want to just suddenly have to rely on big data, machine learning to try to tease out the real number. That's a problem. So I guess I would advise the White House to kind of literally put the money where its mouth is and devote more resources to BLS if you really want a better agency, rather than focusing on this claim that that the numbers have been rigged.